Brian's on the line. What's up, man?
Good morning, guys. Hey, I just wanted to say congratulations to Jeff for calling the fishy stranded boater story. The Coast Guard checked there was no storm, and they never set off their emergency beacon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. There is some new information about this. Brian, thank you for calling. I've been sitting on this morning, and we were talking about this yesterday, that these two ladies that were supposedly on their way from Hawaii to Tahiti, it was a little suspicious on some of the circumstances, and now retired Coast Guard officials are calling into question. Now, I don't know about the storm. I don't have that a part of this story, but definitely they had this thing called an EPIRB. This is what every single vessel has that goes out into the ocean. This is how they find, crab ships that go down up in the Aleutian Islands and up in Alaska. They had an EPIRB, and it was in working condition, and they never turned it on.
But they had... And they had 5 months of dog food on board, too.
And they had over a year of rice and oats.
There were two
They
consumed...
brought the Petco card.
Their Petco?
Yeah, they brought a big old supply of Petco. They cashed in all their Petco points and brought their Petco.
Oh, sorry, I don't know about Petco points, but I get you. I'm following you. I'm tracking
it's
you.
It's their Pals Reward program. I'm surprised you don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is what one of the gals said that was interviewed afterwards about the EPIRB, this thing that automatically goes on if it gets wet, by the way. And she said all their electronics got wet, remember, and the engine got wet and flooded.
It was protected by the dog food?
She says they never felt... They never felt like they were truly in distress, like in a 24-hour period where they were going to die, so they never turned it on. I'm sorry, you were supposed to get somewhere in a month, and then you didn't show up, and then 5 months later...
No time in the 4 months when you're just bobbing around there, 1,000 miles away from your course of travel.
Right.
You're bobbing around out there. You're like, hey, should we set off the alarm today? Nah.
I mean,
you're kicking back, listening to Jimmy Buffett, drinking margaritas, your dogs are eating food.
Yeah. I mean, what makes sense if this truly was a big storm that not only destroyed their mast, which, by the way, I saw pictures. It looks totally fine. It could be cracked or something, but it was still standing. And the engine...
They could have done something with it.
The engine is flooded out, and you can't... It's destroyed. And now you're just bobbing. I'm sorry, within 24 hours, within 5 minutes, I'm hitting the EPIRB. The EPIRB sends a signal to satellites that gives rescuers direct location where they're at. There was something else here, too, guys. Apparently, Carson also, this is the investigator from the Coast Guard, said that the Coast Guard in Guam made contact with the vessel when it was near Tahiti. This was a month into their trek. So 4 months ago, the Coast Guard made contact with their boat, and they said that they were fine. This was supposed to be after they had, had that storm, and they had lost their mast and their engine, and So, I mean, there's that, too. And did you see them on the news last night?
Yeah, they looked okay.
Yeah,
they looked pretty healthy to me.
They had 5 months worth of food on board, Jeremy.
Oats. I'm pretty cranky if I freaking only had oats. I don't know. I think you're right, though. Thanks for calling in, Brian.
No problem. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, we're calling hogwash on this. Shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm not buying this. This is gonna end up being one of those things where they lied, and I hope they are charged the full amount for the rescue efforts when that happens.